biggest game of poker that I ever saw. But I'm not gonna quit and I'm not gonna stop. I don't give a shit 'cause I got the draw. Johnny just got two eyes just like mine, and I'm feeling kinda funky, kinda fine. And I drank a bottle of whiskey before I came to the bar to see what's the same. I saw my man named Johnny sitting across the table from me. And to my left was a man, he had no chin, didn't really think about starting to sin. The man to my right wasn't feeling kinda nice, he looked kinda mad, and I felt bad because I took his money last night. It's kinda funny, but now I'm just struggling. I need a honey bunny, I don't know what to say anymore, so I'm just gonna go out and go. I said, Johnny, what you doing tonight? He looked at me with his face full of pride, and I said, how about a revolution? And he said, right. I said, oh, you said I said revolution, and you said I said oh, you said I said revolution, and you said I said oh, and you said I said revolution, and you said I said oh, you said I said revolution, and you said
They say Taylor was a good girl, never one to be late, complain, express ideas in her brain. Working on the night shift, passing up the day, 'cause you're gonna have to pay her if you want to work here. Mommy's little dancer is quite a little secret, walking on the streets now, never gonna keep it. Conversation, and now she's only wishing that she would have listened to the words they said. She just walks around, unaffected by the winter did. And she looked in there, she's somewhere else, so far here, about 2,000 miles from here. Beat of that trick, bit of batters on the window, but sun is silhouette won't let him in. And poor old Pete's got nothing 'cause he's been falling. Somehow Sonny knows just where he's been. He thinks it's Sunday on Sunday gonna save his soul. Now that Saturday's gone, sometimes he thinks that he's on his way. I could see that his brake lights are on. He just walks around, unaffected by the winter and did, and such a tough enchilada filled up with nada. Give him what you gotta give to get a dollar bill. Used to be a little chick and times have been a tick, and now she's finger licking too.
Alright, Dave Richards, my pistols. Give me 1 second, I'll be right with you.
Alright.
Diane. Hey, Crystal. Have a nice day now. Alright, I'm sorry about you. Wait, what can I get for you?
May I please have number 1 with cheese, no pickles?
Number 1 with cheese, no pickle.
Correct?
Coke to drink.
Sprite, please.
Sprite, alright, anything else?
May I please get 3 Nashville hot chicks?
Unfortunately, we're currently out of the Nashville right now. I'm sorry.
Can I just get 3 regular chicks?
Yes, sir.
That'll be it.
Alright, so I got number 1 with cheese, no pickle with a Sprite, and 3 Crystal Chicks, $13.55 at your window.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.